What are the rules on when you can search without a warrant? And do you think this critical evidence will be allowed in? That's, of course, the big question here.
Well, I do think it will be allowed in, and the rules vary, but essentially you should get a warrant. It's very easy to do. You can pick up the phone, call a judge, and do the paperwork later. Here, however, I do think they had a right to touch the bag and move it because they may think that there is a gun in the bag. They do know that the gun is missing. And I do think that when they searched the bag, it was subsequent to the arrest, and you are allowed to do searches incidental to an arrest. So I believe if that's the case, and we heard all the evidence, statement by statement, move by move, that was occurring during that arrest, it does seem to me as though the police followed the proper protocols in searching that bag at the time that they searched it, which was right after the arrest.
Right. And as we take a look at what's on our screen, the whole reason that he was arrested in the first place in that moment was really about the fake ID. He had a fake ID. He didn't provide the correct name. He had other IDs on him. So that's where they started as they were moving through. Right. And then you've got the year after Thompson was gunned down from behind with this masked shooter with a 3D printed weapon and a makeshift silencer. That's what we're talking about here for a refresher for everyone. Now, no trial dates have been set for Luigi Mangione. We've got state, federal, and Pennsylvania cases, and we know that federal will go first. Right now, what we're dealing with in New York, and if this evidence is going to come in, is state charges. So why are we dealing with the state case first if the federal one is going to go first?
Well, there's an understanding, Laura, between the state and the feds in New York, and even as far as Pennsylvania is concerned, that the state is going to proceed, at least for now, first. So we're having these hearings in state court before Judge Carro, and we're determining whether this evidence should be suppressed or whether it should be admitted. So far, we've had 7 witnesses over the course of 3 days. As you mentioned, he was sick on Friday. Wednesday was a day off because the judge had to address other matters. But I expect there are at least 24 witnesses so far. They've said that it'll go into next week. This is important evidence. If it is not admitted, these are important statements if they are not admitted. And I do think a lot depends on what we're going to see next week. And frankly, what we've already seen. And if I had to judge right now based on what I've seen, I do think most of it's going to get in. The one thing I'll say, Laura, is they probably should not have asked him about why he went to New York or was he in New York. Those questions are probably a little more than they should have done before they gave him his Miranda warnings.